One of the hardest things about running a business isn't the work, it's managing customer expectations. And if you don't do it right, even good customers can become unhappy. We want to make sure that we can avoid that. Let me give you a few tips on how you can do that. One of the biggest challenges in home service business is managing customer expectations. They don't see the full picture of what's going on. They only know their situation. So in the sense of lawn care, they only know their lawn, their schedule, and their pricing. They're not aware of any weather delays such as rain or hurricanes, or any equipment issues, maybe have a mower down or a weed eater is not starting up properly, or a full route. Some customers, for whatever reason, I'm sure you guys have something like it, think they're the only customer on the route. They're like, oh yeah, you're gonna be at my property, so all 20 customers are gonna get serviced at 8 a.m. Doesn't work like that. But that's why customer communication is very important. A touchy subject such as damaging properties is one that comes up with customers as well, and we believe this falls in that communication bucket as well. We train our guys to own it. You always want to own it 100%. You don't want to argue with the customers or potentially alienate a customer. We want to own any damages that we did. If it's something you guys really didn't do, it's a major damage, and they're trying to get over on you, you want to definitely go ahead and dispute that. A lot of small things like a scuff on a corner of a fence, we'll just clean it up. Our guys may have done it, they may have not done it, but it's better than arguing with the customers. And we also have our guys communicate very fast. I always tell the guys it's better to either knock on the door or let the office know so we can let the customer know that something happened, because everyone would feel better if you are ahead of it instead of trying to seem like you're hiding it or trying to cover up a damage. A lot of our customers have been very receptive to that. You want to go ahead and fix the issue as well. So again, if it's like a damaged sprinkler head, you know, you can get one of those for 15 or 20 bucks from Home Depot. Go ahead and just replace that for the customer. They're usually pretty happy about it, and you seem very professional if you handle it that way versus arguing over a $15 thing. We've had two situations where our guys have done some things in the past, let's say damage a fence. We go ahead and fix the fence and everything, no cost to the homeowner, no argument. We know they were upset and they're like super happy leaving us a 5-star review. So that's the beauty of going ahead and owning up any damages. Another big thing that comes up are weather delays. Operating out of Florida, for example, we get a lot of rain delays and hurricanes during that growing season. Customers sometimes don't realize that one rain delay could put us 20 to 40 properties behind. Depending on how much work you have going on, we have 2 additional crews out there, so it could be quite a bit of work. You want to provide service windows. So we're assigned the days and the customers notice when they're onboarded. Let's say they're a Tuesday, but we also promise them that we'll service them within 2 business days. So that's Thursday. And we let them know it's for things like this, weather delays. So maybe we get rained out on a Monday, that pushes everything back, and they're gonna get serviced that Wednesday or Thursday. So they're aware of that, but you wanna make sure you have FAQs that explain that as well. And you can have an automation built out like we do in our system. So when you move that job, it's gonna notify the customer via email and text, let them know it could be due to weather, equipment, or labor that we had to move their day over, but it's communicated. So our customer feels like they're in the loop and they're never out of the loop, wondering when we're gonna get service. Another huge thing that customers don't understand is pricing. They don't understand that it's not just labor. You know, sometimes people will be like, oh, all of that, let's say it's 45 minutes worth of mowing, and maybe you want to charge 70 bucks or 100 bucks. They might be like, oh my God, just for mowing. They don't realize the equipment, the insurance, paying multiple employees, you know, fuel, right now fuel's going up, or the software that we use to dispatch. A lot of customers don't understand that, and the way we handle those type of objections when people talk about price is we let them know that we're a professional company and we have all of these benefits to them, and the chuck in the truck or the guy down the street that might be a solo op or a retiree don't have all those same things. They're not running the software, they're not paying employees on the W-2, they're not carrying the proper insurances and things like that. And this does 2 things. I mean, to be quite frank, it weeds out those customers as tire kickers that may not be the ideal fit for you anyway. And those customers that like the insurance, want some reliability, that love the quality, they're gonna be attracted to something like that. They just may not know about it not just being labor. That's more of an opportunity where you can educate the customer. The biggest thing I want you guys to take away from this is that communication fixes so much. A lot of customers' frustration is more or less they don't know what's going on. We haven't told them why we had that delay, or they're sitting here waiting on you to show up on Tuesday and you haven't got there yet, so they're just more curious because it's 5 p.m. and they've had no communication. Or, you know, it's been 2 days since you've been on their property, maybe they low maintenance and they're like, okay, it rained, you guys will be here tomorrow. You don't get there tomorrow, but you never communicated with them. So communications lowers that anxiety, lowers that frustration, and they feel like you're taking care of them. They feel like you're more professional. You can keep more of your customers because they're like, oh man, these guys keep me in the loop. You can see some of our testimonials where customers say that. You can build out text automation, email automation. You can have phone calls. We have AI when they call in, it can send us a message. We can respond right away, or we can call them back. If you have office staff, you can have those guys call back. So you just want to make sure that you stay in communication with your clients. Hey guys, I hope that was helpful for you. Just remember, if you stay in communication with your customers, they're gonna probably stay with you longer. They're gonna be happier. They're gonna leave good reviews. You're gonna continue to grow and build a strong reputation.